You sit down in a dark theater to watch an alien stalk a spaceship. Next week, it's a husband hiding an affair from his wife. Then, soldiers storming the beach, or a grumpy coach yelling at Little League players. But these feel like totally separate experiences. But if you ask an elite Hollywood screenwriter what kind of movie those are, they won't say sci fi or comedy or thriller. To the people who actually build blockbusters, those labels are completely useless. Instead, they rely on a predictable architectural standard. Screenwriter Blake Snyder famously outlined the system, proving that the industry uses a highly specific mathematical blueprint to ensure a script satisfies a mass audience and earns a green light. This hidden engine relies on two main pillars. First, there are the materials, 10 primal story categories that dictate the mechanical requirements of the plot. Second, there is the framework, a rigid 15-point structure that maps out exactly when every major event has to occur. If our favorite, seemingly spontaneous films are actually this heavily engineered and predictable, how exactly does the formula work? And why do we fall for it every single time? In Snyder's system, a movie's genre has nothing to do with its aesthetic tone or its setting. It is entirely about mechanical story functions. Take the category he calls Monster in the House. For a movie to fit this mold, it must have three strict elements: a deadly, merely unstoppable monster, an enclosed space the characters cannot easily escape, and a human sin, a mistake or transgression that invites the danger in the first place. Alien is a perfect textbook example. The sim is corporate greed, which forces the crew to bring a deadly organism on board. The house is a claustrophobic spaceship floating in a void, and the threat is a pure, unrelenting monster. Now compare that to Fatal Attraction. It operates on the exact same mechanical chassis. The spaceship is simply a family unit. The greed that invites the danger is a husband's infidelity, and the monster is the woman he crosses, who methodically stalks his family. Another primal category is the Golden Fleece. This engine runs on three specific rules: a long road or journey, a team of distinct oddballs, and a primal prize they are trying to acquire. This is why the epic journey across a war zone in Saving Private Ryan functions identically to the suburban comedy of The Bad News Bears. In both films, a reluctant leader guides a ragtag group toward a specific goal. Ultimately, the heroes learn that the specific prize matters much less than the internal transformation of the team itself. By stripping away the visual dressing of spaceships, European war zones, or baseball diamonds, we expose an identical psychological trap. These stories are explicitly designed to punish guilt or force teamwork. The second pillar of this system dictates pacing. This is the Blake Snyder beat sheet, or the BS2, a 15-point timeline that dictates exactly when the drama must peak. For instance, right at minute 12, we hit the catalyst. This is the exact moment the protagonist's normal, everyday world must be definitively shattered, forcing them into action. Then, at minute 55, we arrive at the midpoint. This requires a false victory or a false defeat that drastically raises the stakes. It's the exact moment the alien bursts from a crew member's chest, or the stalker announces she is pregnant. By minute 75, the timeline demands the all is lost beat. Snyder calls this the mandatory whiff of death, where a mentor figure or key ally must literally or symbolically die, stripping the hero of all hope. A staggering volume of successful Hollywood films adheres strictly to this exact minute by minute pacing. From indie darlings to massive summer blockbusters, the beats hit right on schedule. Audience emotions are being scheduled on a ticking clock, calculated to drop our stomachs or lift our spirits exactly when the blueprint demands it. Once you learn this system, it creates a sort of matrix effect. You can sit in a movie theater, check your watch at exactly 1 hour and 15 minutes, and accurately predict that a tragic plot point is about to occur on screen. This rigid adherence to a 15-beat timeline can seem like a cynical industrial calculation, but Snyder argued there is a deep thematic justification for the blueprint, summarized by a simple rule: stasis equals death. The mechanical structure exists for a specific reason. It places a flawed human protagonist under so much calculated pressure that they have no choice but to undergo a painful, necessary transformation. If they stay the same, they fail. This highly engineered, modern cinematic blueprint connects directly to the origins of human storytelling. The desire to hear how someone survived a monster or learned from a journey is the exact same impulse that drove early humans to share stories around a fire. The blockbuster formula offers a reliable map for the most difficult human experience, navigating a total life change. These structures endure because they remain the primary tool we use to find order in the chaos of our own lives.